Welcome back, guys. On the block, we're doing some wrestling now with Joe and my man.
Boy, inside, guys.
Big time in WWE. Survivor Series just ended up wrapping up War Games. I watched it. It was really good. We talked about this before, just before the show, how Randy's back. CM Punk came back, which can't lie to you, I wasn't watching wrestling for that time period where he was there, and I'm not the biggest fan. I feel like wrestling fans are very polar on CM Punk. They either love him or they can't stand him.
Yeah, and there's a reason for that. Arrogance, stubbornness. He's the best in the world. That's what he claims, So with that comes a lot of arrogance. With that comes a lot of backlash, right? Some guys like it, some guys don't. I think the WWE is finally on the right direction. Can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah. Lost it on the top rope.
So I mean, it's exciting. You're finally seeing, Randy back, and we've been waiting for this, anticipated for a year and a half, right? You're seeing the feud now with the Bloodline and Randy. Like they haven't missed a beat. CM Punk, you saw that hate between Seth Rollins and CM Punk.
And McIntyre was pissed.
And now you're going to bring that to life. You got McIntyre. You're keeping him relevant. Jey Uso, you're keeping him relevant.
Cody. Cody. The fact that we're naming off this many guys just kind of shows you it's an embarrassment of riches right now. And I think that since the Attitude Era, I don't think wrestling's been in a better place.
And it's true. We haven't even mentioned Roman Reigns. He's been such a good step
up. Right?
Compared to where Roman was years ago to where he is now, he was handed. No, we're not going to deny the fact that he wasn't handed everything, but he's taken it and run with it.
Yeah, and run away from WWE, right? Like he hasn't been back in a while, right?
No, he was there a couple weeks now, man.
Yeah,
but
he shows face.
He was on a 1,000. He's on a 1,100-day run right now. Put some respect on his name.
He's also partially retired. But I guess you guys can kind of tell how I feel about him. But yeah, I feel like everything's really good. Sammy is still
doing his
There's
part.
a lot of guys, right?
Guys that are
you can talk about even the women's division where there's just so much. They brought in Cargill, Jay Cargill there, who hasn't done anything yet. Apparently Triple H said that she needs some work in the ring. Bianca, when we watched that women's match Survivor Series, it was pretty good too. No, the women's is probably as good as it's ever been as well. Yes. Charlotte's still around, right?
You got Bailey, you got Bailey,
Damage Control's still been pretty decent, right? They're always getting into feuds with people. So if anything, there's almost too many storylines with wrestling, right? There's a lot of stuff going on. They almost don't have enough time to put everybody on TV.
But I like the fact that they're actually going and following through with their storylines. They're building up the anticipation. They're building up that character for whatever role that they're aimed to do. You're finally seeing Drew McIntyre relevant, and he's been relevant by being kind of a bad guy.
Yeah, trying to get his title shot again.
Exactly, right? And you love to see stuff like this. You got the Grayson Waller and your Austin Theories. Like,
so I was gonna say,
people are saying there's a step back for them, but I think this is a step in the right direction. Because now they're becoming funny and entertainment, kind of like guys that are always going to be annoying and causing a scene with everything and being those guys. You need stuff like that in this era, right?
You need to be loved or hated.
And that's how it works, right?
I feel like with Theory, nobody really cared. They hated him, and then we can't even hate him because we don't like him.
Because everybody called him the Vince McMahon puppet.
Yes.
So you'd love to see this type of stuff with guys running with it. Dominic Mysterio didn't have a name for himself, didn't do nothing. Judgment Day has been the most relevant thing in the WWE.
It's taken over the Bloodline, probably, right?
It has, and it's such a great thing to see. Who the hell was J.D. McDonough before this, right?
He just wears some neck brace.
And the thing is, but you've seen him embrace his role. Dominic Mysterio, I've never seen such a hated heel in a long time.
Well, I think so. When Dom came in a few years ago, to me, it was just like, it was nepotism. It's like his dad is Ray, and it's like before he was like the bad,
yes,
you're trying to make him face, and it's like the vibe I got was like he doesn't belong here. You know what I mean? It's like but they just like Roman to a different level. Obviously, Roman was wrestling. With Dominic, it's like, oh, let's see what he has, and he's not a great wrestler. You know what I mean? He's not really great at anything. Him and Rhea are there kind of doing their thing. We talk about her. I've always loved her, but like she takes the mic, she runs Judgment Day, she's calling out Randy, remember that? Daddy's home, like that. It was
amazing.
Good. I mean, like, it's good. I like that kind of stuff.
And to go and take a step back, the point I thought that WWE was making with Dominic was to make him his own entity and kind of have him away from a Ray Shadow. Yeah. And that's how we all saw him, and that's how everybody knew he got into wrestling in the first place now. But now he's his own guy. He's his own person. Yeah. He's doing his own thing. Yeah. Maybe we can say that he's Rhea Ripley's, bitch. Yes, yeah. We'll go down that path. Yeah, and frankly, he is. Yeah. But it's working. If it's not broken, don't fix it. So, I mean, as a fan watching this, you want to see this type of progression. You want to see these guys step up. You want to see the relevance. There's no more John Cena's to come save you with an incredible match and, do the same type of gimmick all over again, which only worked for him. You're seeing, guys stepping up, Solo Sikoa. Guy was, guy
they're kind of throwing him in the fire now too, right? Now Roman's gone.
Yes.
And then Jay leaves, right? So Jay's kind of doing his own thing now. Now Jimmy's kind of trying to take a solo route like Solo Sikoa and do that. AJ's the guy I thought about that's been gone now off TV for a bit, and I always loved AJ.
Yeah, and he's been awesome. And wait till he comes back and what he will do, right?
Cody's been great. Here's the thing with Cody. Cody, to me, like, he's been good. I just never loved Cody. I mean, he was like, I liked him. Yes. But maybe it was the lisp. I don't know what it was. But he just seems like a guy where it's like, you want to cheer for him, you kind of feel bad. He seems like he has a good heart.
I mean, he's articulate, man. He's good on the mic. He's a good performer. He's loved by the fans. We all chant his song.
Yeah, it's a big song.
It's a big song.
So I talked about this with Dan. Give me your top 3 songs of wrestling, entrance songs.
I mean, it goes with as far as the visionary. That's number 1.
Who's that?
Seth Rollins.
Oh, Seth. Okay.
Number 2, I would say is
like when you hear the music, almost where it's like nothing will ever top the Stone Cold, where you get a reaction right away. Where not if you smell, but like okay, so you have Seth.
I have Seth number 1. Yeah. Number 2, I think it's Shinsuke's. That's like just for me a personal. Yeah.
Shinsuke's another guy that's been coming up with his translated promos
and it's awesome to see, man. These are the things that you want. That's gotta happen. And so number 2 is Shinsuke's. And number 3.
I was gonna say, man, I hate to say it, I would have put Roman at number 1.
And it's just so incredible to come out, man.
The track is incredible. To me, I had Roman down as number 1, and I'm not a Roman guy, but his music's a banger.
And it's close because Cody Rhodes is amazing, Randy Orton,
I would say Cody is probably number 2 for me. So I'm gonna put Roman first, Cody second. At number 3, probably Seth. I was trying to think of anybody else, but it's probably Seth. Just where you get that roar from the crowd when you hear the music.
I mean, we all sing his song while he's going, right?
We sang it at SummerSlam.
Yeah. And I got everybody saying what everybody said.
LA, yeah. So LA.
So like I said, there's guys that are stepping up and it's finally catching on to you. But I don't think those are kind of theme songs that you roar when you hear it as well. It's gotta be catchy. It's gotta be played in. You gotta understand who's coming, the way it progresses. With Seth Rollins, as soon as it goes, you're singing with Cody Rhodes, you're waiting for it to come, and
everybody sings it.
So these are the guys with Shinsuke's. It's the violin, and you're just going, and you're hearing that beat, and you're going right. And now another sick theme song that's been going up is the new Jey Uso, where everybody's just rolling with that, right? So these are all progressing, but it's awesome because it's keeping everybody and the fans engaged, and that's what you always wanted with the theme song, is to be engaged with the wrestler and relate.
Where you hear the music and you just turn like that.
Yes, and it's like boom, 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 till they make it to the ring, and you're actually still bumping with it, right? So it's great. I love these guys. Those are my top 3.
What about Imperium? What do you think about them and Gunther? Everybody loves Gunther. I don't love him. I don't
Gunther is
I don't.
Gunther.
Everybody, yeah, and even Imperium. You see, they had the tag titles, but yeah. Anyways, Gunther and Imperium.
Gunther and Imperium, man. You got three Europeans that are killing it, man. They
We
are.
bring back the European title.
They are. I hope they do. Don't get me excited here, man. No, but it's a different faction. You didn't. The last time you saw something like this was La Resistance, where everybody hated them, but you knew they were the guys that you went against. But
Imperium's loved though. I think a lot of people like Imperium.
no, they like them. Don't get me wrong. My point is that, but they're against all of the other guys. They're
They're their
the
own
sport.
faction.
They're their own faction. That's the way they stand with their hands behind.
Yeah.
It's a
the music's
great,
pretty good too.
It's great, man. It's great for WWE. I'm really
I don't
happy
think that they
they're
have. I
doing
don't think the other two guys. I don't recall their names, but I don't think that they have the star power of other
Kaiser
factions.
and Giovanni Vinci.
I don't like. To me, they don't have that star power in the back where like the Judgment Day did or the Bloodline does.
Absolutely,
right. But they're
absolutely.
still like. I think that they're the only third one.
Yeah.
LWO we can talk about too. They've been some decent Latin wrestlers coming in recently.
Yeah, I love how they finally are trying to make Santos. Yeah,
Santos
to
been
go
pretty
to
good.
Yeah, if
Against
it
Ray.
wasn't for Carlito's injury, I think that match would have been a really good
Carlito
match.
was cool to see come back too. He's huge.
Yeah,
now.
he's
I like
huge,
that.
right? He's a good player. He's always been a good performer. He's
Yeah.
always done great. So it's good for Santos to go his own route now too. I think it was time. But they still have the LWO, which is the other guys that need to be in kind of a faction
Yeah,
for
because
them
they're not
to
big
grow.
enough. Yeah,
They're not big enough,
Yeah.
right? And that's why Imperium, like they got their star in Gunther. I think Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser are awesome performers.
Yeah.
They're good, but they don't have their own singles identity. So now you got Gunther to kind of go around, and Gunther kind of needs them. So this way he's
We'll talk
relevant
for him too.
for the Intercontinental. Now he's gonna have that champion for a while, kind of like Roman. Like obviously he can do it himself, but he has these guys to kind of help
muscle
them.
beside him.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right? And it looks good, right? You want a faction this way. You have a group of guys that you're around. Now,
I'm missing. Oh, go ahead.
now, where I would like to see the WWE go is for Randy Orton to dethrone Roman Reigns.
Wow, look, those are two of your guys.
Those are two of my guys.
Yeah, those are two of your guys. So your guy's gonna drop it, eh?
I think
Roman,
so.
you wanted to drop it to Randy?
I wanted to drop it to Randy.
Wow.
I think Randy should be a 15-time.
Randy looks huge.
He's
We
been
talk about that?
on,
We talk about
he's been on a good diet, guys.
He's been eating well.
He's
and
been
training
eating
well.
really well. I mean,
He had a year and a half off, and he took care of his body, I guess, right?
I mean, we can debate other things
We're
that
not
he's
gonna
taking.
debate.
No,
We're not
like,
gonna
he's not
debate,
going to
yeah.
debate. You need to do it. Some guys need it. He had a back thing. Maybe it's what he needed to take. Good for him. He's
Rest
probably
up, he's
doing
getting
it. Rest
older.
up. He's getting older. I mean, at that point right now, who's going to say not? As long as he's doing it in
Yeah,
a
there's so
medical
much
way.
talent that he can kind of take time off. There's a lot of guys now, like I said. I don't think
Yeah.
it's been in a better spot. We didn't even talk about Lashley. Lashley and his faction there with the Street Profits too, right?
I mean, they dropped off heavy, but
They did, but
I'm
and
glad
both
that
all-
they are
because the Street
relegated.
Profits they had the titles, I believe, for a bit,
Yes,
right? They took them
yes.
off. The tag title's been kind of like, other than when the Usos had it, because even
Kevin Owens.
KO
and,
had it
yeah,
with
Sami Zayn.
Sammy, and like I feel like they didn't have it for very long. They
Yeah.
dethroned them just to kind of get it off the
Now
Usos
the
to split them
Judgment
up,
Day
and now
has
yeah,
them.
and that's it, right?
And it's good because now the Judgment Day are that snobby heel that like we have gold all around us and we're gonna get Damian Priest. Like I love the fact
You
that
like
they
Priest?
haven't. Yeah, I really do. Damian Priest is awesome.
Mhm.
I like the fact that they haven't cashed in the money in the bank.
It's been too long.
But it's been great for them the way they haven't
Where
done
keeps
it.
kind of it might be happening
And
now.
that's entertaining as
like
well.
Randy,
Like
when
they've
you're
done
waiting,
it,
you're like, when's
yeah.
Randy coming back?
And that's what we needed for him to come, and that was like shocker. Okay, maybe Randy isn't coming, and then as soon as they want to cash it in, Randy comes out. It's timing. It's all about timing. It's all about that, and I think the WWE has been done
It's
really
doing
well
very
with
well.
that. It's doing very well.
Like I said, there's a lot of guys, but CM Punk, another guy, right? Like, what do they do with him now that he's come back?
I mean, it
Does
only
he get
makes
title
sense.
shots now
I
against
mean,
Seth?
obviously, you're gonna have to see his in-ring abilities, see what he does, see how he kind of runs with it. You know he has the talent. You know he has the on-the-mic skills. You're gonna put him in a feud with Seth Rollins. That's inevitable. Now, how do you make that happen? Do you make him a hated wrestler against Seth Rollins, but by hurting Cody Rhodes, or taking out, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many ways that they can do it. Or do you make him a fan and everybody? Because
There's got to
everybody
be
is
some kind of betrayal.
There's gotta be some type of betrayal. You can't have so many guys, so many talented
There's only
guys.
so many belts. That's what I'm
There's so
saying,
many-
right? Like
exactly,
you got,
right?
so Roman has it still, and you have Seth, but then Cody's coming up. LA Knight, I thought was going to get a title.
Yeah.
They kind of do something. Drew wants a shot, right? Like, almost Drew, like, he had the belt win 2020, right? For
Yeah,
a bit, and then
with-
there were no fans and
with
everything. And
COVID,
now
yeah.
you feel like he kind of wants his chance to kind of do it too. But like we said, man, there's probably 10 guys you can say, he gets a title shot, you're like, yeah, why not?
Well, this was back in the wrestling days as well. You had so much talent back then too, and
The
the
Attitude.
guys were Attitude Era, right?
Triple H, Rock, Austin.
You know,
Undertaker,
Undertaker,
Kane,
Kane, Chris Jericho,
Kurt
Kurt
Angle.
Angle, right? You could keep going. There was
Jericho.
guys that were gonna be like stepping up at all the time. You had, Chris Benoit, that was someone at that
Yeah.
time too, right? So my point is that you had so much talent, but it's what you do and how you progress it.
And
I
you think, finish it.
no, go ahead.
I was going to say, you need to keep everybody busy
Yeah.
with a legitimate storyline, right?
Shinsuke was out
I
for
was
like
gonna-
2-3
it's-
weeks,
and
and
all of a
then
sudden
they
it's
just brought
Seth,
him back,
and
right?
it's like with the top guy.
Yeah, and it's good to see, but at least they ran with it. They had a story, they had the background with it.
The back injury and all
Yeah,
that.
and it's good to see. Now they brought him back with Cody Rhodes, making him relevant,
Yeah.
right? With the whole mist and everything like that. Going on with the
Miz
thing.
with the title shot too that he had in the IC
Miz
belt,
is
right?
awesome, right?
Yeah.
It made him
Another guy
relevant
that's
and
always
stuff.
kind of lingering around that you can
Oh,
kind of just
Miz
throw
is
in, right?
probably one of the best on the mic guys that
Yeah.
has been there, and most, consistent guys.
Yeah, probably never gonna
Yeah.
win the title again, but.
No, which is fair. He doesn't need to at this point of his career.
And now I'm just thinking too of the Irish guy I'm drawing a blank on. Sheamus, another guy who's gone kind of for a while. He had his spot with Cesaro years ago, and then he got a title shot earlier this year, right? Just a few months ago.
Yeah,
Well, it was like out of nowhere.
Yeah, and he's with, I think, what is it called, the Balling Brutes now, right? So
Yeah.
those guys are talented as well.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's so many different
There's
ways,
so
so much
many,
talent.
man.
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking about it, like they have Raw and SmackDown. They could legitimately make, I know they have NXT, but they could make another show just to put guys on that roster. Because I feel like they haven't had this. Even in Attitude Era, I feel like might have been more like guys that you'll never forget, right? Obviously,
Yeah.
right? But even now, like a lot of these guys, when you got to bring back guys like AJ and maybe Braun Strowman, I don't know, but like there's just so many guys that are going to be coming back. Not enough TV time for them.
No, but it's good. You'd rather have more talent than less talent, right?
Yeah.
Then NXT is actually coming out too, man.
Yeah, a lot of the guys are kind of going down. Like Charlotte was there for a bit too, I remember.
Yeah, so when guys are not that relevant here, they're going to
Give them some
NXT
work to
and
keep
doing
not
some of that.
rusty or
But
whatever.
then there's guys that are in NXT that deserve to come to the main roster.
Braun
as
Breaker?
well. Braun Breaker. What's his name?
Apollo? Not Apollo.
Not Apollo. Twist, not Twist. I'm trying to blank on his name, but he's.
I don't remember. Like I don't watch NXT too often. But even when they did bring up guys from the NXT, Gargano, you know what I mean? Like I didn't really love his character. To me, he's more of an NXT guy.
Yes.
And now he's doing the tag team a bit. So I feel like you have to be kind of very cautious with the guys you bring up because if you can't cut a good promo, you're not an incredible wrestler. There's only so much you can do before it gets stale, right?
It's hard, yes. But I mean, like I said, for them right now, Logan Paul.
Who's kind of dropping in and killing it when he does. Ricochet, I haven't seen him in a
and
while.
United States champion right now. They gotta get that off of him.
They do, yeah.
Kevin Owens is trying to get that from him.
He just broke his hand, I saw too.
Oh, you did?
On SmackDown, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He'll probably be out for a bit, but.
Let's see, man.
Looking forward to Royal Rumble.
exciting.
So we talked about it. We're going to be going to the holiday tour in Toronto here coming up. But for Rumble, I remember last year we ended up watching at my place. Great Rumble with Cody coming out at the end.
Which was a given. We all
knew it was the worst kept secret. But like looking at it this year, like the Rumble to me is always the one that I look forward to most.
Yeah, it's
and then obviously Mania and then probably SummerSlam. But with Rumble, I like it because there's always like those shockers.
Trick Williams. Sorry, I just
Trick,
have to look at that. Trick Williams. He's awesome, man. He's a spectacular talent.
And guys like that they're going to bring in for the Rumble, right? Like he'll probably be an entrant in there, just to kind of get him in with the fans and kind of for the guys that
don't watch. You saw
NXT.
the guys step up. Bronson Reed's Grind.
Bronson Reed, I don't love. Every time I see him on TV, I'm like, did you see that match he went against that Viking guy, whatever his name is?
Yes.
I watch guys like that, and I'm like, that's
you need
more.
guys like that for fillers, right? You need guys like that for fillers.
Right? And even speaking of filler, what do you think about Alpha Academy. You like it? Like it's kind of like it has its thing. Yeah.
Shush!
You're a big shush guy.
I'm a big shush guy, man.
I don't
They're
know.
entertaining.
They're whatever.
They're
Right?
good.
It's kind of like a bit.
I think I forgot his name, man.
The new guy that they have.
No, not Otis. Gable, Chad Gable.
He's
I think
good.
he's.
I would say he's like a
one of the
lower
best.
level of like a Kurt Angle, right?
Yeah,
He's an
I mean,
Olympic
he's
wrestler.
always,
He's good. Yeah.
he's an awesome wrestler,
Yeah,
and
kind of
you
decent
keep guys
promo.
like that to hit guys over. You know, he's a talent. You know, he's the new Dolph
A
Ziggler.
talent is their manager. Have you seen her?
Yes.
Trying to blank on her name, but she's.
We are up there with her. Chelsea Green, no?
I don't know. She has a different name. I forget. I had to search it because obviously her real name is different. But
No,
she
Maxime
Dupree.
Yeah, Dupree.
Maxime Dupree.
Yes.
She reminds me a little bit of like a Alana when they had that kind of like a gimmick where it's kind
Yeah.
of like that, like a smoke
Yeah.
show kind of being there. So you kind of wonder how long she'll be around because I don't think she wrestles.
No,
She's just there.
but I
to-
liked it.
Yeah.
Just keep her on screen as much as we can.
Why not, right?
Oh, yeah.
Before we wrap up, anything else you're looking forward to coming up? Any matches or anything? Anybody you want to see with the title other than Randy? Anybody you see like you'd like to have a push?
I'd like to see Jey Uso get his chance. I'd like to see Cody Rhodes finally get his chance. I'd like to see something that I'm not kind of expecting, yes.
I feel like I just thought about this now. You're probably going to get a random tag team to kind of carry the belts for a few months. Remember, like Rock and Sock connection back in the day.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked to see like a Jay and a Cody kind of have
you
the
did
belts for
see
a bit.
that. They had it for a bit, right? And then it just didn't work, and then Judgment Day got it again. And I get it.
Because a lot of those tags, man, it's just like they're not like we talked like that tag tournament that I watched on SmackDown. Half of those guys, you're like,
yeah.
whether it be the Imperium guys who are probably maybe on the higher end, the team that won, I hadn't even heard of them before because I don't watch it often. I'm more of a pay-per-view guy, but a lot of the teams, the tag teams that are just strictly tag teams, they're not that good.
I mean, when are you gonna see the New Day come back, right? What are they gonna do with that?
They were there too. Actually, they were in that tournament. They actually had a match
Otis
there.
is not back yet.
Big E.
Big
E's
is
gone,
not back.
yeah.
He's back because of his neck.
Yeah, so he's not coming back. So those
Even
two guys
him,
came
even
back.
when he was in singles, he was pretty exciting.
He was,
He's a big
yeah.
guy, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch, bro.
I'm already looking forward to Rumble. It's like a month and a half away. I'm already looking forward.
It's already getting there, guys.
See if Toby Rex makes an appearance.
Cyrus is gonna be there.
All right, let's gonna wrap it up. We'll touch base maybe towards the end of the month of December, kind of to queue up and see what storylines come up with WWE. But yeah, it's been good. Let's do this wrestling one more often because there's always stuff to talk about. There's always
Absolutely,
drama.
guys. Guys, pay attention. We're going to be posting more videos. We're going to be posting snippets when we go to the shows. Anything from our shows that we watch, we have an idea of. We're going to be posting videos. So subscribe, watch, and follow us, man.
And we'll see you guys at Coca-Cola Coliseum on December 28th or 29th.
Come by, say hi.
Say what's up. All right, we'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in.